One of the things to which the priest and the authorities, the trust also is making sure of here is the fact that everything that is being done, all the pujas that are being done, all those things are being done with regard to and following all the rituals of the Sanatana Dharma. We have seen how Prime Minister Narendra Modi also, in all the rituals that he takes part in, to make sure that he follows the things that he should be done before which will actually take place. And that's the reason why we have been trying to show the country how making sure that he does clear and give it understand. So all those things are being taken care of, the minute details being taken care of, and finally, what we will see, the culmination of all this will be on the 22nd of January. The ceremony will begin at about 12:20 in the room and will end by about 1:30. So that's how long the entire process is. Because they also believe that now is the time for the Ram Lalla. And in our culture, we have seen how everyone is extremely particular, making sure that they follow the rituals to the T, and that's exactly what we are seeing. In fact, the ceremony began on the 16th, and they will continue till the 22nd. The priest, the trust, all of them making sure that they follow all the rituals.
All right, Aishwarya getting asked those details. These are first pictures that you see on your screens right now to tell our viewers the face unveil has not happened just yet. In fact, that's going to happen on the day of the consecration ceremony, which is the 22nd of January. But these are pictures from the workshop, essentially, where the idol was made. Remember, it's a 51-inch idol. It has currently been placed at the Garbha Griha, or the Sanctum, Sanctorum of the Ram temple, wrapped in a white cloth essentially, but the face unveil pictures that we have with us essentially is from the workshop before it was taken to the Garbha Griha. The Ram idol weighs more than 150 kilograms and carved out by a well-known sculptor from Karnataka, Arun Yogiraj. Essentially, this is an opportunity for us, in fact, to look at these beautiful pictures that have come in of the idol, the 51-inch idol of 5-year-old Ram Lalla. There is an entire ceremony about which is in fact going to involve the unveiling of the face of Ram Lalla. Aishwarya was talking to us about the manner in which the priest will be in fact whispering something in the ears of Ram Lalla. Aishwarya in fact continues to be with us. Aishwarya, talk to us a little about, the manner in which this particular idol was finally chosen. I mean, there was a huge competition of sorts as well to then finally, that obviously led the authorities to then finally decide that this is the idol that's going to be the one that's going to be placed at the Sanctum, Sanctorum. The trust of the Ayodhya temple took a final call on this. Just take us to the details of this procedure and how Arun Yogiraj's idol essentially just managed to, in a way, be the idol to be placed at the Sanctum, Sanctorum.
Well, let me tell you one thing, Sneha. The three idols that were being prepared, all of them were in different shades. And over the past 1 year, we did see how they've, all of them were working differently. All of them were working separately. And no one, not even those, who used to stay close by, were in fact allowed to go inside those sheds which had specifically been made for the construction of this sculpture. And now we have seen how all three of them were in fact placed in front of the trust, and there was a unanimous decision amongst the members of the trust to keep this idol. It is a 51-inch idol, black idol, which in fact has now been placed on 15 white marble. So it definitely will be a sight for everyone else to see. And we are seeing how the devotees, in fact, some of them had tears in their eyes when they saw the images on their phones. The images have now started doing rounds not just in our country, but across the world. And from what we understand, the celebrations that will take place will be taking place not just in India, but in close to 60 countries. In places like the United States of America, in Great Britain, we've also seen how in Germany, in Japan, in Australia, huge provisions have been made. In fact, at the iconic New York Times Square, we will see that there will be a big put in place. The Prime Minister ceremony, the people standing there will be able to see the ceremony live. So there's a massive event that is now taking place in the country, obviously, and around the world also with regards to the 22nd of January.
Details, these are first pictures, first look in fact of Ram Lalla's entire face. These are fresh images that you see on your screens right now, new images of Ram Lalla, the 51-inch idol that has been made and carved by well-known sculptor Arun Yogiraj from Karnataka. This is the idol that is in fact right now at the Sanctum Sanctorum, but the pictures, this particular picture is before the idol was taken to the Sanctum Sanctorum. Essentially, the face has now been covered. What you see at the Sanctum Sanctorum is that of the idol of Ram Lalla. The face has been covered, but these are pictures from before it was placed at the Garbha Griha. This is a 51-inch Ram Lalla idol wrapped. Earlier it was, in fact, right now it continues to be wrapped in a cloth, but this is a full face unveil of the idol. You see on your screens, exclusive on India Today. Ram Lalla idol has been sculpted by Mysuru-based artist Arun Yogiraj and has currently been placed in the Sanctum Sanctorum. But on your screens right now are pictures of a full face unveil of the idol, and this before the idol was taken to the Garbha Griha, essentially the Sanctum Sanctorum of the temple. First pictures of full face unveil that you see first on India Today of the idol, the 51-inch idol that has currently been installed ahead of the temple opening on Monday. But these are pictures, in fact, the first look of a full face unveil. Tell you a little more about the idol. It is 51 inches tall, made of black stone, and it is essentially in a 5-year-old child form. A full face unveil is what you see on your screens right now. It's installed in the Ram temple, but these are pictures from earlier where the idol had not reached the temple. Right now the face has been covered. It's made of black stone, and it is in fact currently at the Sanctum Sanctorum. The full face unveil first and exclusive on India Today. The idol of Lord Sri Ram in the form of a 5-year-old child. And what you see on your screens right now is exclusive. A full face unveil of the idol. 51 inches tall, made of black stone. And right now is at the Sanctum Sanctorum. But these are pictures from before it was taken to the Sanctum Sanctorum. It has been carved out by Karnataka's well-known sculptor Arun Yogiraj. Aishwarya continues, in fact, to be with us for more details on that story. She's joining us live right now. Aishwarya, just to give us a sense, of course, this is the first face unveil of Ram Lalla's idol. But what I want to ask you is about the ceremony, essentially, that's going to take place on Monday, where the priest is then going to finally open the patta from the eyes, the yellow cloth that we've seen, essentially. And that's how the festivities, essentially, the religious puja also begins, isn't it?
Well, the pujas and some of the ceremonies actually started taking place on the 16th, and we have seen how every day a part of the ceremony is played out. The culmination will obviously take place on the 22nd of January. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be present in the Sanctum, will also be there on the first floor of the temple. Now, let me tell you, the entire temple, the construction is still going on, and even after 22nd, the construction will continue. The entire temple will be ready, from what we understand, either by the end of from what we know, the entire temple will be over.
Be with us. I'm just going to come back to you in a moment from now. Mahant Raju Das is also now joining us. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया इंडिया टुडे के साथ जुड़ने के लिए. हम अपने व्यूअर्स को दिखा रहे हैं राम लला का जो पूरा चेहरा वो वर्कशॉप में जैसे उस पर काम हो रहा था, और ये गर्भगृह पर जाने से पहले ये पूरा चेहरा हमें दिख रहा है. महन जी, क्या बोलना चाहेंगे अगर आप देख रहे हैं तो?
पहले तो मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ आपका. बेशकीमती समय आपने मुझको दिया. गर्व की बात है जिस प्रकार से सनातन धर्म संस्कृति की रक्षा सुरक्षा हिंदू और हिंदुत्व आज निर्भीक होकर सकुशलता पूर्वक